Hello! Today I'm going to be teaching you how to make a low centerpiece arrangement. You're going to need a low cylinder vase, some curly willow, flowers of your choice, a good pair of floral shears, a rose and foliage stripper, and you may also want a rubber band or a piece of string or ribbon. We're going to start this arrangement with the curly willow actually. We're going to take the curly willow, twist it around our hands like this, reach into the vase, and gently release it. Now, this doesn't always work smoothly every time. You may have to do a little adjustment of your curly willow to make sure it stays in the vase, but it should do something like this, adding a nice, interesting element to the inside of the vase. Next, we're going to clean any flowers of any unwanted foliage that we don't want. You're going to take your flowers and your rose and foliage stripper, placing it over the foliage and pull gently. This should remove any unwanted foliage from the stem. Now that our flowers are cleaned, we can start making our low centerpiece arrangement. I like to use hydrangea a lot for a centerpiece simply because they're very full and they make the shape of the centerpiece very quickly. There's not a lot of work involved with this part. Now, once I have this together, I can start using my other flowers. And I'm going to take my roses, and I'm actually going to start working them into this arrangement. I'm going to do a few clustered, like I'm doing here. This is called clustering when you're putting a grouping together like this. And I'm going to work a few throughout the body of the hydrangea, spreading the color around, making sure that everything's spaced evenly. You can see as I'm pushing through, the stems are popping out the other side. And sometimes I wiggle the flowers to make sure everything's fitting. You can grip your flowers and spin them as you go, because remember, a centerpiece will be viewed on all sides, and you don't want the flowers to have any places that look like they're missing or blank. Now, how many flowers is up to you. I have about 5 hydrangea and roughly a dozen roses here. And this centerpiece will fit quite comfortably on a 60-inch or a 72-inch round table, which are common sizes. Okay. Once you're comfortable with how many of your roses you've placed in the arrangement, you can add any accent flowers. I have actually accent berries. I have Hypericum berry here for a little pop of a lime green, and you can work these in the same way that you've worked your roses in. Remember to spread it out, move it around so your colors aren't all grouped all totally in one place. I'm using about 6 Hypericum berry. When you're planning a party or an event and you're deciding to make your own centerpieces yourself, before you come to order the flowers, determine how many flowers you're going to need, and that's called your recipe. You want to know how many flowers you have to order, and to do that, you need to know how many you're going to need in each arrangement. Okay, right now I'm pretty happy with this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my vase, I'm going to pull it back a little bit, and I'm going to hold the vase and the flowers up to each other so I can kind of measure where the stems are. That's significant because I want to trim the stems. Now I know where I want to trim my stems so that they fit comfortably in my vase. I'm going to trim the first one, and I'm going to follow suit with all the others to make sure they're all at the same level. if you're doing a lot of centerpieces, you can hear these stems hitting the ground. Keep in mind that you're going to need to keep your area clean because they fill up space quickly and you're going to be using a lot of stems of flowers. Okay, now that I have this trimmed to essentially where I want it to be, I'm going to take my rubber band and I'm just going to carefully twist it around the bottom of my stems a few times. You can also use a ribbon or a piece of string. And now that that's secured, I'm going to crunch my stems together, place them into the vase, and ta-da! I now have a beautiful low centerpiece that I can enjoy in my home at my event, or I can give it as a gift. Good luck with your arrangement.